This is Aaron from Express Cabinets, and today we're going to be building a wall 3042 cabinet from North Point. To get the cabinet built, you'll need these tools, a mallet, an impact drill, wood glue, and a utility knife. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the box open. So these come pretty well sealed. Once the box is open, there's instructions with every box, and that's what we're going to go through today. As you can see, they're packaged quite tightly. Take all of the parts out. Quickly inspect your parts to make sure there's no damage from shipping. And then we'll discard all of that packing material. You'll also want to have prepared a working surface that's going to be non-scratch, so that it won't scratch the surface of the cabinet, because we will be assembling these cabinets with the face frame and doors down. So the first thing, the face frame and doors come attached. And we'll lay this flat on our working surface. One other note, you can see that the doors are covered in plastic for additional protection. You remove all of these plastic protective pieces from the hinge. Those are to prevent any scratching during shipping. And first step we're going to do is we're going to put glue into these dovetail joints before we slide in the sides of our cabinet. I always like to stop my glue a little bit before the end of the cabinet, because as we slide that panel in, it will push a little bit of glue out, so it's just to prevent too much excess glue from being pushed out. As you look, you'll see each of these panels has a dovetail cut into it that will fit into the ends here. I'll slide those in. If you can get them all the way in without the mallet, that's great. You want to make sure that they're flush, that they're both flush on one end. They should be flush on that other end if they're flush on one end. Put one pallet or one panel in, and then you'll insert the other panel the same way. There's a dado that's in the sides of the cabinet and the face frame of the cabinet, and you want to make sure that those are lined up as well. These are the front and the back, or the top and the bottom of the cabinet, and one side will have two holes in it. Those are the holes to attach the bracket to the side of the panel, the side of the cabinet, the top and the bottom of the cabinet to the face frame. And so you want to make sure that these holes are on the outside of the cabinet. The inside of the cabinet doesn't have any holes. Put a little bit of glue. Then you'll slide that panel down and make sure that it sits flush into that dado in the face frame. We'll open our box of accessories. And in it, you'll find two of these corner brackets. And we'll use those to attach the face frame with the screws that are included. And we'll take the other panel and do the same thing. Again, making sure that our holes for our bracket are on the outside of the cabinet. Make sure we add some glue to that dado. And we secured this bracket. We're going to wait to secure that bracket until we put on the back. This back is just like the sides. Each of the sides of this back have a dovetail that's going to fit into the side dovetails here. Once I get it a little bit in, I'll put just a little bit of glue along that dovetail, give it some extra strength. The panel will slide all the way down. Make sure that everything's flush. And then we're going to take the 1 1/8" pocket hole screws that are provided, and in each top and the bottom of the back there are pocket holes, and we'll go ahead and secure side panels. We'll also secure the top and the bottom of the cabinet to the bottom and the top of the cabinet with 1 1/8" grabber screws. These corner brackets are made for the top of the cabinet. So the top of the cabinet is going to receive the most pressure when it's being screwed to the wall, and so they're to not only square up the cabinet but to provide it with additional strength. And so you'll determine which is the top and which is the bottom of your cabinet. In this case, we're going to say that this is the top of the cabinet, and we'll go ahead and install those 4 corner brackets for strength. When I'm installing those brackets, I'll put that middle screw in first so that it holds the bracket until I can attach those 2 side screws. Now we have all 4 brackets. I'm going to turn the cabinet around to install this last bracket face frame. Once you have all your brackets in, you can remove these cardboard pieces and shipped with. Those hold the face frame so that the face frame isn't hitting the doors during shipping. You'll remove the plastic from the doors. Take your door bumpers and install your door bumpers about 1/8 to 1/4 inch from the corners of the door. All of your cabinets are come with soft close hinges, meaning that the door will close on its own. Bumpers installed. You won't get the cabinets and the face frame hitting each other. Last step, we'll take the shelf pins that are provided, determine where you want your shelves, what height, and those will just slide in. You'll note on the shelf pins, you'll want that flat edge of the shelf pin to be where your shelf sits. Take your shelves, there'll be one finished end and one raw end. Of course, you want that finished end to be, put them in at an angle, set them down, perfect fit. There you have your finished cabinet. Well, thanks for building with us today. If you have any questions, design questions or build questions, feel free to contact us, Express Cabinets at 801-822-5655. Thanks again and happy building.